This is the War Report Weekly Summary from October 15 to 24. This is the daily update for October 16, 2021. The Amhara Regional Forces and ENDF control majority of places in Mekelle, Wuha, Wiketa, and Arbit. They have cleared most area in Wadla County from Tigray rebels, and they are now concentrating on Gushina area. Gushina is now surrounded on 3 fronts. Roads leading from Gushina to Lalibela, Khan, and Mekelle are all under ENDF control and only Hamyasit partially remains. In Arbit, in Jarale and Santaki Jedal, TPLF rebels are surrounded. In areas of Wajela Jedal and Walka Mender in Mekelle, there is intense fighting. Additional places Amhara and ENDF forces control are Dirik Sefayat, Ajib, Jarar, Sino Dagat, Karissa, Digirfay, Totabar, and Daremo. ENDF has also controlled Dubko area, where TPLF attempted to recapture it by brining reinforcement from Lalibela and Lasta. However, the rebels suffered a heavy loss, where hundreds of the rebels were killed. In Hamyasit area, top TPLF leaders were stuck in the area, and to support them, they have been adding reinforcements to the area. However, the leaders may have escaped to Muja area. In Delanta County, Zilhid area local witnesses say the area is full of the dead bodies of rebels. They also say that several trucks and arms were captured. In Ambasal and Wachale, Tigray rebels are making a last effort to capture Habit, Durga, and Jemshid areas, but were quickly thwarted by Amhara youth and militias. The fight is still ongoing. In Habru, Dere Roka and Faji TPLF is making a last effort to push forward. Similarly, the rebels are pushing towards Hara, Chifra, and Mile, and 280 Tigray rebels were killed on that front. In Kobo, TPLF is moving its rebels and distributing them to Gushina, Mursa, and Chifra. Thank you for watching and please subscribe. This is the War Report for October 18, 2021. After taking heavy losses days ago, Tigray rebels are attempting to recapture Debiko, and there is intense fighting in the area. In Wadla, Tigray rebels are carrying out counter-offensive, and they have captured Bet Hor, Mekig, China, and Delenga areas. In Delanta County, Ethiopian National Defense Force, ENDF, has left the town of Giltana without fighting, and TPLF has taken control of the town. In Ambasal, city of Wachale was under the control of Tigray rebels for a few hours, but Amhara militia, Fano, and citizenry forces have regained control. However, the rebels are still shelling the city. In Habru, Faji area Amhara militias and Fano are fighting Tigray rebels. There is intense fighting in Chifra city in Afar region. Tigray rebels attacked Afar regional force, but they were quickly thwarted. However, the fight is ongoing. On the Gondar front, ENDF is moving forward to capture Adi Arike, and several TPLF positions were destroyed. Southern Wello government and national movement of Amhara called on citizens' arms. In the Gushina front, Tigray rebels are digging a trench in an area called Amba Gushina. On the southern Wello front, TPLF is attempting toward Haik, but it was repeatedly pushed back. In Mekelle, ENDF took surgical strikes. Witnesses say they have seen over 275 TPLF trucks parked on the road from Wachale to Wargesa. Thank you for watching and please subscribe. This is the October 19, 2021 War Report. TPLF intends to relocate their insurgents from Delanta to the cities of Kudabur and Tenta. The rebels were defeated in the Wachale area, although fighting continues in the Wachale countryside near Golabo and Chefe towns, as well as near Jeri River. On Afar front, Amhara, ENDF, and Afar forces killed hundreds of TPLF fighters and repelled attacks on Chifra. Despite its defeat, TPLF is sending additional insurgents. TPLF is transporting rebels from Wehigiltana to the Khan region in Delanta County. In Wadla County, Tadisa Wirda, TPLF's top leader, was seen near Khan. ENDF opens a road to Gushina by retreating into Biko, allowing rebels access into Gushina. In addition, 15 trucks carrying fighters were dispatched from Gushina to Wuldia after reports of gunfire. Rebel spies were captured with satellite phones and radios in Desi. There is intense fighting in the areas of Habru, Sigla, and Faji. The ENDF Air Force bombed rebels in Werbabu, and on the ground, several rebel positions were also destroyed by Amhara Regional Forces and ENDF Special Forces. Thank you for watching and please subscribe. This is the War Report for October 20, 2021. The Ethiopian National Defense Force, Air Force has taken several surgical strikes in Mekelle. The targeted airstrike destroyed TPLF training camps, arms depot, and arms factories. In Wello, near Taja, in an area called Jibdan, TPLF has camped thousands of its rebels. Near Shir Ginit, TPLF has 500 rebels camped. Tigray rebels are adding more rebels to Delanta County, and the rebels are attempting to move to various towns of southwest of Wello. They are attempting to move into Desse via the western direction, and possibly even from the south. They are attempting to capture the following towns: Gashumita, Kudabur, Tenta, and Hike. There is fighting going on in the area between Gashumita and Kes Burha. There is intense fighting on the road between Wichala and Hake, particularly in the Estefanos Monastery area. There is also fighting going on in areas between Rabat and Werjisa. In Werbabu, fighting is taking place on the outskirts of Bastima near Bokosa area. Also, in Werbabu, Fano forces capture 400 Tigray rebels. An additional 15 trucks full of Tigray rebels have gone to Wuldia. In Lalibela, TPLF camp that was at the airport is now moved to Galesit area. Lastly, there is fight going on between Ambasal Marie and Workareya areas. Thank you for watching and please subscribe. 20th of October, 2021. Surgical airstrikes were carried out by the Ethiopian Air Force, ENDF, on TPLF's training camp. There is heavy fighting in the areas of northern Wello, Beshlo, and Tere areas. TPLF attempted to reach Hike from Tehilladere, Shamusa Mountain, but sustained serious losses and was forced back. Amhara militias control the Wero district in Boru Selassie, although fighting continues to rage. The Amhara militia controlled the Kondo highlands near Bastima. Tigray rebels control Khan City in Wadla County, and they have begun utilizing schools and hospitals as training camps. The rebels are building trenches near Gashina, in Makasko's Den, which is a small forest. The rebels have attacked Arbit for several days, but they have been forced to retreat and have suffered some casualties. Several rebels have been slain in Mekhet, while 60 others have surrendered. The ENDF has entirely abandoned Debeko, and TPLF has taken control of the area, leaving the Gashina-Lalibela road wide open. Rebel insurgents are stationed near Nefro Katima and attempting to unite their rebels in the Kuta Bur area. Amhara militia and Fano are pushing Tigray insurgents in the Paso Mille, Loji, Ardebu, Shenango, and Amomo areas, where fierce fighting is taking place. Several TPLF spies were apprehended with radio and GPS communications in Boru, Kombolcha, and Desi. Amhara forces defeated rebels in Wag and took control of the town. There is intense fighting in Werbabu. In Afar, Hadale area, both the young and elderly are joining the fight against Tigray rebels. Thank you for watching and please subscribe. October 23, 2021 War Report. Hundreds of TPLF rebels were killed after the Ethiopian National Defense Force, ENDF, bombed 80 TPLF trucks in several areas in Wello. Tigray rebels suffered huge losses in Boru Selassie, following intense battles. 2 rebel leaders with the rank of colonel have been killed, while 1 has been apprehended. TPLF, however, is dispatching more rebels to the area. The Amhara Regional Force and the ENDF are making strides towards Wuchale and have taken control of Chiz Abalima area. Tigray rebels are camped in a Momo school near Paso Mille. The rebels also shelled Paso Mille, injuring a number of civilians. Tigray rebels are attempting to move through Delanta County via Tenta and Kuta Bur, but Amhara militias are pushing them back. 11 spies surrendered in Desi City, and 2 were killed when they were captured providing intel to the TPLF. Additional Amhara and Fano forces have joined Afar forces in Chifra. Once again, Tigray rebels attempted to capture Arbit, but were thwarted. Amhara militias, Fano, and Amhara forces control Wag Hamra, Zikola, and Tamara. The rebels have mounted an artillery on a tiny mountain called Dura south of Werbabu, beyond Bastima. In addition, the rebels in northern Werbabu are retreating to Jarana. Thank you for watching, please subscribe.